So guys, part 5 it is. Starting off with some detail painting on the disc brakes. I painted them in silver by Tamiya. It's chrome silver, just out of a jar, and applied with a brush. Just showing how I did the first one, the rest is the same. The same goes for the dashboard. This also received some Tamiya chrome silver parts. On a lot of the racing or sports car seats you have these silver loops in the headrest where the seat belts go through, so I painted those as well. On the door panels I painted the door pulls in the same silver as the dashboard and the later on painted center console. Now it's time to prepare the interior tub for some interior Flowking. I masked off the position for the seats. I put the seat bottoms on and cut away the excess tape so that interior Flowking would line up with the seats and won't go underneath to have a better adhesion from the seats to the floor pan. Masking is now all done. I can paint it now, and as you can see it's going to be red, so I used a red paint to go underneath the interior Flowking. I painted the whole floor pan in red where the Flowking needed to be, and then I took off the masking tape, because if you don't take off the masking tape there will be a bigger edge on the panels you masked off, and the interior Flowking would bulk up and look weird. So by taking the masking off before you apply the Flowking, it gives a much smoother transition from the Flowking to the other painted materials. I use a cheese strainer to do the Flowking. This could also be done with some mesh or something. I do this because the Flowking sometimes bulks up into small balls, and those balls suck up a lot of paint and they look bad. And when you do it this way, it just sprinkles over it like snow and looks silky smooth when you chop off the excess material later on. Now that I covered everything I wanted to have covered with the Flowking, I tap it on. The paint is still wet at this point, so by tapping it onto the paint it adheres better and gives a better result. As you can see, I'm moving some excess material around to the parts that did not receive enough Flowking and chapping it on there as well. You can now either choose to let the paint dry for a couple of hours, or you can just start moving on, because most of the paint is sucked up into the Flowking and is not very wet anymore and won't cause a big problem if you touch it. You can see me chapping it off pretty forcefully. That's because there is a lot of material in there that can float around in your model, so you better have it off so that it doesn't ruin the windows from your models or create a dusty look inside. Now I'm gonna just do the rest of the parts as well. You could see me do the trunk just there, and now the trunk door as well. This is in black, but that's the same procedure. Just paint it black first, add the Flowking, and remove the excess material. If you've watched my channel before, you probably say that I did this before. Well, that's true, I did. I had a video about a year ago about interior Flowking as well. If you click the link here, you will be forwarded to that video, but be advised, it's a bad video. In the future I will do another try, explaining a couple of different techniques you could use, and my preferred technique as I showed in this video. Now I'm just gonna brush on some black paint to the wheel wells. I'm not gonna show every single one of them because it's the same job, and finish painting the undercarriage. That's it for part 5. Meanwhile, check out my Facebook. I have a couple of pictures of the progress on this build as well. Questions or suggestions, shoot me an email or post a comment. And as always, thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.